myself Diksha from Biotechnica, and today we are here to give you insights about one of the most profound examination in the field of biotechnology, that is Graduate Aptitude Test for Biotechnology examination conducted by Regional Center for Faridabad. So for the students who are preparing for GATB examination, or the students who want to pursue their masters in the field of biotechnology as well as allied areas, and who wants to know the examination by which they can go for the top institutions all over India so that they can pursue their PG in biotechnology, this video will be helpful for them. So let's start with the video where I will be giving you the introduction of the GATB examination, the courses offered through this examination, the eligibility criteria, the pattern of the examination, the scholarship that is available, the stipend that has been given, and the institutions that are there who accept the score of the GATB examination. Okay, so we shall be dealing with each one of them. So yeah. So firstly, we'll go to the intro part. So since I have said that graduate aptitude test in biotechnology examination, it's an all India level examination conducted for the students who want to do their postgraduate degree in the field of biotechnology. So it is conducted by RCB Faridabad, that is the Regional Center for Biotechnology Faridabad. Okay. So initially this examination was JNU CEB, that the JNU Combined Entrance Examination for Biotechnology, but now the conducting authority have been changed. It is RCB, and now they have changed the pattern. They have changed some of the regulations of the examination, and the examination is now conducted by RCB Faridabad, and the again it's DBT sponsored PG courses in biotech and allied sciences. So if you want DBT sponsored PG courses in the field of biotech and allied sciences, you can give this examination, because the seats that has been given by the participating institutions through the GATB examination will be sponsored by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Now comes when the exam is conducted. The exam is conducted once in a year. So it is usually the notification comes out in the field in the form like in the month of March, and the examination is conducted in the month of April. So for the 2022 also, the notification came out in March and the examination occurred in the month of April. So you can go to the website of RCB, you can go to the website, or you can go to the specific website of GATB also, and you can search for the dates, important dates, and you can always keep yourself updated upon it. Now comes the intro part. We are done. Now the courses offered. So the courses that are being offered by the GATB examination is the MSc program. So we have divided it into 4 clans: MSc program, MTech program, MSc agriculture, as well as MSc in veterinary sciences program. So the first program, that is the MSc program, will have many subdivisions based on the institution that is providing the courses, the PG course. So mostly they will have MSc biotechnology course, MSc molecular biology and biotechnology by Tejpur University, MSc marine biotechnology by Pondicherry University, Samudra University, MSc bioresource biotechnology, MSc medical biotechnology, MSc molecular and human genetics by BHU, MSc bioinformatics by SPPU Pune, MSc computational and integrative sciences newly offered course by GNU New Delhi. Okay, so these are the MSc programs that are being offered through the GATB examination. Now we are going for the MTech programs. So the MTech programs that are being offered are MTech in biotechnology, MTech in bioprocess technology, MTech in food technology, MTech in pharmaceutical biotechnology, MTech in marine biotechnology, as well as MTech in computational biotechnology. Now the MTech programs are done. We are heading towards the MSc agriculture programs. So the MSc agriculture programs are MSc Agri Biotechnology and MSc Agri Plant Biotechnology. Again, the last course is MVSc, Masters in Veterinary Sciences. Okay, so these are the 4 kind of courses that are being offered through the GATB examination. Now the question comes, what is the eligibility criteria for the examination? So for the eligibility criteria, for the MSc programs exclusively, it is bachelor's degree. So you should have 3-year bachelor degree or a BTech degree in natural, allied, physical, chemical, and life sciences. So you have an advantage if you are having a physical or chemical sciences background also. You can apply. You can give the GATB examination. You can apply to the institutions who are accepting the GATB examination score, because since it's a biotechnology examination, students from the physical and chemical background also are encouraged to apply, but you can always go to the participating institution website and you can find the right eligibility criteria, because some of the institution will have different criteria than the most of the institutions. So you can always go to the particular institution and you can find. So mostly they will have the criteria like bachelor degree, B Pharma, B Tech in natural light, physical, chemical and life sciences. But specifically, if you want to know about a particular university and their criteria, you can go to the web page of that university. Now, for the MTech program, BTech or MSc degree in natural, allied, physical or chemical life sciences. So, if you're having a 3-year bachelor's degree and if you want to go for MTech, it won't be possible. You can go for a MSc degree after that, and then you can opt for MTech. Or if you're having a BTech degree, well and good, you can directly go for an MTech degree. For MSc agriculture also, most of the institutions will prefer the students who have completed the 4-year bachelor curriculum. So they have BSc agriculture degree or BSc in horticulture, sericulture, forestry, fishery, agri-biotechnology, BTech in any 4-year program they can opt for. So this is about the MSc agriculture. Now for the MBSc, they should have the BVSc, in Bachelor's in Veterinary Sciences degree or equivalent. Again, for the specific eligibility criteria, you can go to the concerned institutional web page. Now comes the pattern of the examination. Okay, so for the pattern of the examination is conducted for the students who are trying to go for an PG degree in the field of biotechnology. Okay, so the pattern of examination will always cover the questions related to the biotechnology as well as the interdisciplinary aspect too. So the pattern of examination, the exam will have 2 sections, section A as well as section B. So for the section A, this exam will have total number of questions 60. So the number of questions that will be there is 60, and the number of questions that you can attempt is also 60. It means that all questions are compulsory. You can attempt all of them. For every correct answer, you will be getting 1 marks. For every negative, like the wrong answer, you'll be getting 0.5 marks. That half of the marks will be deducted from the corrected number of marks. Now the subjects that are being asked for the section A that has been provided in the syllabus, you can go to the detailed syllabus in the RCB website only. So you can go for the RCB website and you can find the syllabus. So the subjects are maths, physics, chemistry, biology. That is of +2 level. Okay, so +2 level questions will be asked from maths, physics, chemistry, biology. Now, since no total marks is 60, each question is having 1 mark and you have to attempt all the questions. One thing that you have to keep in your mind is that you have to always go for 2 combination of subjects for section A. Since you are having a biology background, most of you will have a biology background, you all will score good in biology. So in order to score high, you have to be good in one of the combination. Like you can opt for math biology, physics biology, chemistry biology. 2 combinations should be there which you are having most weightage upon, which you're having most interest upon, or which is high scoring for you. So it is exclusive for the student who is preparing. It can be different for each one of us. So for the math, suppose that if you're good in maths, you can go for maths biology. Good in chemistry, you can go for chemistry biology. So I'm giving you an example because this combination will help you to boost your score and rank in the GATE examination. Now, for the section B, we'll have 100 number of questions and the question you have to attempt will be only 60. So you have having a lot of choice where you can only opt for 60 questions among the 100 questions. So for each right answer, you will be getting 3 marks, and for the every wrong answer, 1 marks would be deducted. Total marks would be 180 because one question consists of 3 marks and the total number of questions that you have to attempt is 60. Now, the syllabus would be from the graduation level of your curriculum, but it won't consist of physics, chemistry, maths and everything. It will only have the basic biology, biotechnology, life science or allied courses syllabus. So you are having an advantage if you are a biology student. Your syllabus will be only from the biology division only, like the basic biology, biotechnology, like the life sciences field or the allied microbiology, medical biotechnology, industrial biotechnology. So the questions will be from this only. So you should always go for like attempting the maximum question, and in order to do that, like you should always attempt the questions that let's say like you should always go for maximum number of courses. Okay, so since the courses will be more, because they are asking you questions 100, so they will take questions from everywhere. They will take questions from bioinformatics, from microbiology, biochemistry, plant biotechnology, animal biotechnology, basic zoology, botany, marine, also everywhere. From everywhere they will take questions. So what you have to do is that you have to always try to cover the maximum syllabus, and you have to you shouldn't stick to your classical graduation degree, let's say botany or zoology. You should cover the maximum syllabus, then only you will be able to effectively score good in the section B. So you have to do that. Okay, now this next part is about the scholarship. So since it's a DBT sponsored PG program, you will be given its in stipend. So the first, for the MSc program, the stipend is 5,000 per month. For the MTech program, the stipend is 12,000 per month. For the MSc agriculture, the stipend is 7,500 per month. And for the MBSc program, the stipend is same as for the MTech, 12,000 per month. So if you are getting enrolled in any of the participating institutions of the GATB list that has been provided by RCB, the seats are sponsored by DBT, and you will be provided with the scholarship or the stipend to pursue your course in the field of biotechnology as well as the allied fields. Okay, so this is applicable for only the participating institutions that has been listed in the GATB website or the RCB website, the list of institutions that they have provided. Okay, so you can go and check for it. Now comes the institution. So the choice for institution is always exclusive for each one of us. So you should always keep in your mind that the choice of institution will be different for every one of us. So there is nothing best or better. Yeah, I will be giving you the institution that will be that had the previous logarithm also, like previous YouTube algorithm also we saw. So I'm giving you a list of institution that is having the highest number of applicant status, highest number of applications, or the if you go to students pool also, the students have the highest, the number of students who qualify for GATB examination, most of them opted for these institutions. But this is always a personal choice. It depends upon you. I have just mentioned the institutions based on the like the students algorithm as well as the applications, number of applications. Okay, so based on that it is. So it is always personal, the place where you want to study, the university that you want to choose, the course that you want to study is always, it always depends upon your interest, your future perspective. So it's ultimately depends from person to person, so it is up to you. Okay, still for your reference, I'll be giving you some of the institutions. The first is IIT Roorkee. For MSc Biotechnology program, you can go to IIT Roorkee, IIT Indore, RGCB Trivandrum, GNU, BHU Varanasi, and then University of Hyderabad, Telangana. For the MTech program, you can go to ICT Mumbai, Institute of Chemical Technology Mumbai, IIIT, that is Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology Delhi, and then CUSAT Kerala. For the MSc Agriculture, you can go to GV Pantnagar University, Uttarakhand, then IGVK Indira Gandhi Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, Chhattisgarh, and then University of Agriculture Sciences, Bangalore. Then MVSc program, Assam Agriculture University was listed in the previous participating institution list, but still you can go for NDRA, you can go for any institution where they have mentioned that they are taking, one thing that they have mentioned that they are taking GATB examination score. So if they are opting for that only, then only you can go, but you have to check for the details, because the only the participating institutions that has been listed in the RCB website, only those institutions will have the seats that are funded by the DBT. Okay, so the PG seats you can go and check for the institutions upon the like you can go for the GATB website or the RCB website. So these were the insights about the GATB examination, where I told you about the introduction, then the courses offered, eligibility, pattern of examination, scholarship, and the institutions. So again, you have to be really inquisitive about the examination, especially when you are preparing. The amount of the effort that you make is it also depends upon your choice, because you want to go for MTech, you want to go for MSc Agri, the cutoffs will be very different. If you want to go for MSc Biotechnology, if you want to opt for an institution, the cutoff again will be different for different institutions, because they will have a different criteria. They will release the cutoff based on the number of applicants that they get. So this is completely, you have to be very inquisitive about the examination. You should be always, keep your brain open about the examination, the application process, when it is opening, when the examination is there, how you have to prepare, the pattern you have seen. So these are the tips. Also, if you want in next video related to how to prepare for GAT-B examination, surely I will help you too. So these were the insights about GAT-B examination. If you need any help, anything, you can mention in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you would like this video.